record. So tonight for our mentoring call, we're kind of like at that last week and kind of in limbo. So I just wanted to go over a couple things, make sure you girls don't have any questions. And then starting on next Tuesday, we'll actually start from the very beginning of the mentoring calls so that the new coaches that are enrolling these past couple weeks can get the same information that you girls got when we first started. So going over our why and really starting from the beginning. I still invite you and encourage you to participate in those calls because it's always good to, revisit things. It might strike a chord. I might say something different, even though it's the same topic, things like that. So just to kind of give you a heads up. The thing I wanted to cover tonight, I know that I've kind of been probably beating a dead horse, if you will, when it comes to this, is adding to your network and adding to your list. And the reason I'm really hounding you guys about this and bringing it up over and over and over again is because it's something that I really struggled with, and it's something that I really lacked in doing, where most coaches give up on personal development, or that's the one thing that they kind of push aside. Adding to my network was something that I would kind of put off and I would not do. I'd be like, oh, well, I have 1,000 friends, or, oh, I have, whatever. I have enough in my market. But things have really slowed down for me. So that is something in the last 4 to 6 weeks that I have been, probably closer to 6 to 8 weeks now, something that I really, really made a priority, and am trying different avenues to add to my list. And I also want to share that with you girls because it's so important to keep talking to new people, because some people who are in our warm market just aren't ready, and sometimes they'll never be ready, and that's why you have to keep making new connections and adding to your list, so that way you don't get discouraged and you don't get tired of hearing the no's. You start talking to new people and get new circles of people. Okay, so I'm going to screen share and I'm going to show you something that's been working really great for me. I am running my Facebook like page, and as I get followers there, I'm reaching out to those people. Just a minute, PJ. Beckett keeps getting up. Oh, he said he's got to go potty. Sorry. I'm adding those people. As people start liking my like page, I reach out to them and I just say, hey girl, thank you so much for recently liking my health and fitness page. Are you a health and fitness enthusiast as well? Just to get the conversation going, okay? But this is something that I have been doing lately. So I will go to my suggested friends. You'll see I added like 5 new people today. So what I'm doing, I don't know who this is, I just go through the list, and if there's somebody that catches my eye, or usually like this is not a female here, but if this were a female and I saw a mom with her baby and a family in the profile, I would definitely reach out to that person. So let's see if we can just find, I'm going to remove the people. I just automatically delete them because I don't want to have to sift through those people again. So I am removing them. I'm going to see, okay, so Dawn Kelly, looks like we have 6 mutual friends. So I'm going to look and see who my mutual friends are, because if they have a lot of coach friends, I obviously don't want to reach out to them either. Or if they really are friends with any of you girls, I'm not reaching out to them either, because I don't want to friend and have somebody connect with me that you're already talking with. Does that make sense? So just kind of have on your radar who the mutual friends are. So it doesn't look like any of these people are coaches, and they're people that I know pretty well. So I'm going to click add friend. I'm then going to hover her name, which then gives me the message box. And I'm just going to say, hey girl, how are you doing? I recently saw that Facebook suggested that we be friends, and we have a few friends in common. I hope you don't mind, can't type. I hope you don't mind, but I sent you a friend request. It's always nice to connect other awesome ladies. So sometimes I'll say if they're a mom, I'll say other awesome ladies. I hope you're having a great day. So sometimes I'll say it's always nice to connect to other mamas or something like that, or mommies with two boys, or, you know, if I can kind of tell what they have. And then, or there was one girl that had like an empowering, inspirational quote as her profile picture. So I said, it's always awesome to connect with other empowering women or inspiring women, something like that. So I'll just click enter. I will hit send. Then I close that out. Maybe. Why is it not letting me close that? There it goes. Okay, so that's what I've been doing, okay? Just simply going through all of these each day for, you know, 5 to 10 minutes a day. If I don't do it every single day, then I'm spending a little bit more time the following day on it so that I'm continually adding 5 to 10 people to my network every day. This is something I recently learned by watching a video from a really successful coach. I don't remember who the coach was. I think it may have been an Anita Myron video that I put in our group that also had Tara and I forget the other coach's name. There's 3 girls and they were talking about how they add to their network and run their pages and stuff. So right here, you can go to view sent requests. And if you have, so like these are the ones that I sent today. So I'm not going to delete them, okay? But basically, if you're just sending friend requests all the time and you have no connection with those people, Facebook can put you in what they call Facebook jail, where they totally delete your groups and they kick you off from really messaging anybody for like 2 weeks as a warning not to spam people. So something that you can do, and I didn't know this before, is you can go to seeing these sent, you can hover it, and you can cancel the request. So tomorrow morning or Thursday morning, probably, I usually give 2 days, I will go through and I will cancel all the requests that people haven't responded, because one, they either aren't on Facebook very often and it's really not going to be worth my time anyway, and I don't want to get in trouble for sending too many requests, or they're ignoring me and they don't want to be my friend. So I'm just going to go ahead and cancel the request and clear all of these out. Does that make sense? Okay, perfect. So that's what I've been doing. I just wanted to show that to you girls so that you could kind of see. I know that we've talked about doing the groups. Like I'm in a Doberman group over here that I check into and I'm active in. I'm not as active. Groups take a little bit more time because you have to be engaging and acting, you know, talking with people more one-on-one. And to be perfectly honest, it's just more time consuming than what fits me in my time schedule right now. So me doing what I just showed you, also going to a friends page and looking at their friends list and doing the same thing that I was just doing from suggested friends, see who your mutual friends are, making sure you have more than a few in common, shoot them a friend request, and then shoot them a message just like I did, okay? So hopefully that helps a little bit. Are you girls both adding to your network on a regular basis? Maybe not daily, but on a regular basis that you're adding weekly?
I probably am. Probably not, like you said, as much as I should be. I'll like think about it, you know, like, oh, I should probably like go through that because I know I haven't done it in a while. And then I wanted to ask you, like, I did kind of the same thing you did. Like, we had a bunch of mutual friends, and I like sent her a message, you know, like you had suggested, and like if they don't message you back, but if they accept, like, do you message them right away? Do you give it a couple days, or like what do you suggest? Yeah.
So what I have been doing is if I see that they accepted it, I just exit, because if they saw it but they didn't respond, then they just either are busy or whatever. So I don't usually respond right away. What I have been doing is like every 2 or 3 days, I'm going into my new friends. Do you know how to find that? Where, here, I'll show you screen share again. I go into friends, and then I go into recently added, and then the ones that are at the top that I just added, then I am going to, I'm right clicking their name, opening in a new tab, I'm going to whatever's on their page, and then I'm liking or commenting on something that they posted recently. And then the following day or a day later, I'll write it in my calendar depending on how many people I have to reach out to and where my list is for reaching out to new people. I will then put them on my list. And if something really stood out to me, I will make note that I wanted to reach out to them about the post that I saw and I commented on. So I'm engaging with them on their page first, and then I'm reaching out to them on a personal level. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. So, like I said, if you're not doing it every single day, like I shared a video recently where Meg is talking about she doesn't invite every single day and she doesn't follow up every single day. She follows up on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then she's inviting Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or whatever. I forget exactly what her schedule was, but she's setting time aside. So just make sure like you're setting. So if you should be adding 1 to 2 new people to your network every single day, that works out to be what, like 14 people a week, right? Mm-hmm. So then just make sure if you're only doing it once a day or once a week or twice a week, that you're divvying that up and you're reaching out to enough people to hit that minimum number every single week so you keep growing your list. Okay.
Okay.
And then I also encourage doing a mass follow-up every Friday. I do mine every Friday. You can do yours whenever fits for you. But doing a mass follow-up and clearing out your inbox and then writing in your calendar when you should follow back up with people so that you don't forget about people. Donna, I think you mentioned it when we did our power hour, like there's so many people that you haven't talked to in forever. So really clearing out that inbox. I did mine today. And it was like 25 messages I had to get through, but it was, I needed to set that time aside to clear out my inbox and make sure I had responded to everybody. Because as you grow in this business, you know, when I first started, I would respond to somebody within the hour. I mean, like I was on it, I would respond right away, or I would respond within the day, you know, at some point. Now sometimes it's taking me 24 to 48 hours to get back to somebody, and sometimes even 3 days. So you really have to start making that a part of your business now so that it's easier once you start getting 25, 35, 45 messages, because I'll be honest with you, it gets overwhelming. But if you create that in your system now, it'll be super easy down the road. Okay. Do either of you girls have any questions about that or anything in general?
Okay, I had a question actually. I was going to message you earlier, but I'll just ask you now. So I had someone reach out to me about my challenge group, but like I know, like, okay, when I was in your group, I had my stuff that I had ordered, but like a year ago, like she just recently ordered from somebody, I think. Like, what do you say to that?
I just encourage them to go back to their coach. You know, just ask them, well, is there a reason that you're not working with the coach that you purchased it from? Make sure they purchased it from a coach and they didn't order it off of Amazon or, you know, get it at a garage sale or something crazy like that, because you could be assuming that she's working with a coach and she's not. So I would ask her that, you know, obviously you've purchased a program. Are you already working with a coach? And see what she says from there. And then I would just say, you know, I really don't want to step on your coach's toes. And since you just purchased from her, I would ask her about getting into one of her challenge groups. And then she might say, you know, that she got it from somewhere else. She might say that her coach doesn't run challenge groups. And then at that point, it's up to you. If she's a good friend and you want to help her, you know, get results, that's really ultimately what we're here for. You know, I've helped many people that haven't purchased from me, or one girl that I've been talking with for almost 2 years now just finally bought the Fix8 cookbook from me, which was $45. But I've been like reaching out to her and talking to her, giving her advice, giving her recipes, because I know that that support. So it's not really, you know, it's not always about the money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I kind of like scrolling through videos the other day, watched one. It was a guy, I can't remember his name, but he said, you know, I always encourage my coaches, you know, obviously it's your business and, you know, yes, but he said, you know, you have those people that will reach out to you, and like ultimately that's what we're here for, to help people. I will rarely turn someone away who really wants my help, because you know, more often than not, those people will come back and end up being an awesome coach for you, you know, so, or to add your team or whatever. So, or they'll give you referrals or whatever, you know.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't know what to do about that with her, like having so recently, but I kind of felt like, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. It makes you feel kind of icky. No, I mean, if she, for whatever reason, just bought because it's just somebody of a friend that told her that's where she could get it, and she, you know, doesn't have a connection with that person, she might connect more with you. But I would just ask, you know, if she's already working for somebody, and ask her, you know, just say, well, I would encourage you to go back because I don't want to, and I just tell people, like, I don't want to step on anybody's toes. And at that point, she might tell you, okay, you know, perfect, thank you, I'll go back to her. She might say, well, I really don't want to work with her, or I haven't worked with her before. I just kind of bought it because a friend told me that's where I could get it, or, you know, something like that. And then you can kind of decide.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Miss Donna, do you have any questions? No?
Not really tonight. No, not really.
Okay. Does the adding to your network make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something I need to explore more and like go back through. And I never even saw those pages that you with the like sent requests and everything. I never actually been there before. So now that's something I have to definitely try out.
Yeah, and did you see that when somebody accepts, so something else I've been kind of doing is if you click on this, it will tell you the new people that within the day that have accepted your requests after you do this. So I open that, and then I'll right click on that person's name too, open it in another tab, and then I'll go through and I will like maybe the last post or something that relates to me that's been within the last couple days, just so that I'm starting to connect with those people before I'm actually reaching out to them. Start building that relationship. And then just like we've talked about before, the more you're engaging with people and you're liking their posts and you're commenting on their things, then Facebook recognizes that you're mingling with that person or that there's a connection there. Because you could have, like, I have over 1,400 friends, but that doesn't mean that even half of it, like not even a small, like probably not even 1% of those people are seeing my posts all the time. So you have to branch out and start engaging with those people, and then Facebook will put you into their news feed if you start engaging back and forth with that person. So commenting and liking on their stuff from time to time is just as important for you to get exposure as messaging that person one-on-one. Okay. All right, cool. Well, I won't keep you girls any longer if you don't have any more questions. No? Okay, well, so just a reminder, next Tuesday then, since it's the beginning of May, we'll go ahead and kind of start over from the beginning and start going back over our why and the 4 now vital behaviors and creating that structure in our business, okay?
Okay.
All right, cool. All right, girls, well, thank you very much. Marguerite, we have our diamond call at 9 o'clock, so I'll see you guys then.
Okay.
All right, girls, have a good night.
Bye.
Thanks for signing up.